Well, we should be talking about Forbidden Door,
Yeah.
but Vince had to make it all about him. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I am your host, Comic Book Bob. I'm joined by always is my good friend Hollywood Frank.
HW, baby.
You can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about all this week's news in wrestling. And holy shit, man!
And Socks this year.
Kitty, dude, in a week. When we get the rumor of Sasha Banks being released, more crap on Jeff Hardy, and just drama. None of that is in anybody's minds.
Nope.
It's all about Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis. Oh my friggin' God, man! It's just this is like a soap opera, dude. Crazy. But first up, before we get any further, let's go ahead and check in with everybody that's stopping in here. First here was Hicks Villain. He said, "Sup? What's up, Hicks Villain? Appreciate you being here, brother." Next up, we got Leg Kick. Hail Wrestling Council. What's up, Leg Kick? Appreciate it. Yes, that was awesome. Again, another big news story, man, that nobody's talking about because of the friggin' 500-pound gorilla in the room. But yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm hoping he shows up at Forbidden Door. But slowly but surely, everyone will be trickling in here, I'm sure. Oh my God. What do we think, man?
What's up?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sup?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? Yeah, let's think about pleasanter things. And next week's show, of course, we are going to Forbidden Door this weekend. Next weekend, we are going to have Boogie Bentley back on, and it's going to be our 50th show, 5-0. And we are 6 away from that 100 subscriber goal, man. We got to crack that 100, man. We got to crack that 100. You guys need to help us out. Tell everybody you know. Drop it on every stream, you know. We gotta get to that. We gotta get to that 100.
5150. Someone called a popo. I'm Vince McMahon.
Oh my God! All right. Before we bury the lead any further, man, let's go ahead. Let's jump into our favorite segment that we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. Last week was me. This week it is this gentleman over here, Frank. What's your good, bad, and ugly, man? I kind of figure I know what most of it is.
The good, man. 5 days away. 5.
I can't freaking wait.
This guy will be in Chi-Town for Forbidden Door in 5 days.
Eating some deep dish pizza.
Yes.
Running around, checking out
a good old time.
Checking out things out, and then finishing it off with Forbidden Door, baby.
Hey, and
be awesome.
Right now we got who is it? It's Miro. Who is it? Because that's my good. I'm just looking forward to Forbidden Door. That's my good.
Yeah.
So good matches. You got Jay White's gonna put his IWGP title on the line. Right now,
we don't know who it is.
His opponent to be determined.
I think they're going to keep that a secret. I think there's going to be a couple of secret matches on this, like matches that we're not 100% sure about or whatnot. I think that's going to be one of them. But then the other matches,
you got Bryan Danielson might We're supposed to make an announcement tomorrow on Dynamite whether he's going to be able to compete.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are thinking that he's saying he's going to be injured. I don't think so. I think he's going to announce that he's accepting Zack Sabre Jr.'s challenge, which is going to be freaking great. Then you've got Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino, that's awesome. That's okay. One thing we know is we're not going to get all of the matches that we wanted to have on this show.
No,
we're just not, because of intercompany politics, injuries, what have you. We're not going to get all the matches we wanted. Thank you, AAA and CMLL. But the matches that are going to be on there are going to be fun, and some of these matches the card's going to be designed kind of like a cross between what AEW and New Japan would do. And New Japan does a lot of these these 3-way and 4-way tag matches.
And you got Miro, Pac, Ishii.
Yeah, Ishii
and probably Malachi Black.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Black as well. And I think Black's going to take it for the inaugural AEW All Atlantic Champion. I didn't think we needed another belt, but there you go. My money is on either Black or Miro. I think I'm leaning towards Black. Just because they're trying to make this guy relevant, and they've been working hard on that. So we'll see going forward.
If they don't do Black, like if they do Miro, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't do Malachi Black, then they need to bring out the trios titles.
Yes, dude, those belts needed to be. Those belts needed to be out before the second men's and second women's singles titles.
Yeah.
But and Tony's already have them made. They're sitting in his office. So there's no reason to not bring them out. That's what should have been in here, because that works perfectly with the New Japan style of booking.
Yeah.
But we also have a 3-way winner take all match for the ROH and IWGP tag team titles. FTR versus Great Khan and Jeff Cobb. That's going to be awesome. I'm not going to go through all this. We're going to go through it later on, but there's some great matches coming on this card, guys.
But Forbidden Door, that's my good. Yeah. My bad and my ugly, it's all rolled into one. it's WWE. What do you expect from Raw to, you've got Rhea Ripley injured, so she can't be at Money in the Bank. You got Brock Lesnar coming back because Randy Orton can't wrestle probably till next year.
Yep.
But the bad and ugly is the elephant in the room. It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And every day it seems to get more and more and more and more and more.
Oh my God.
I expect Laurinaitis to be let go here shortly.
Yeah, he's gonna be the sacrificial lamb.
Some of the backstage are not happy that Bruce Pritchard has taken over as
Bruce isn't happy.
Yeah, so Bruce is now over creative and over talent relations.
Yep.
So a lot of fans are happy. Fans and backstage are happy with Stephanie taking over as acting CEO, but they're not as endearing with Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, we'll talk more about her taking over as CEO because I think that's bullshit.
McMahon, Vincent just settled one lawsuit with Oliver Luck.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck's dad for the XFL, which probably cost Vince several $1 million for that.
Vince tons, and other people tons.
Now on top of all this, he's got 5 law firms.
Yep. 5 different law firms have been secured to investigate this stuff that's going on, among other things,
for the investors, for shareholders, things like that. It has nothing to do with it. It has to do with it, but 5 more law firms now involved.
So you've got the so basically you've got the investigation that's being done by the board, the internal board, which we all know is bullshit because he controls everything there. So, and they're all his people. So we know that nothing's going to come from that. But these five law firms that are looking into this for the shareholders, this is where Vince could get into a lot of trouble. And we'll talk more about that.
And he still has that lawsuit with his MLW.
I think so. Yeah. No. I think they lost that. MLW lost that.
I don't know. I thought they were still going.
I'll have to check into it, but I think that the MLW basically lost that.
Yeah, it's just
anyway, it's not good.
No. And the big man strutting out at SmackDown and Raw. I don't give a damn. I'm the boss.
Then, now, forever, together. Blah, 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 blah. Tell me how awesome I am. It's crazy, man. Bad. Judgment Day went for the top heel faction to send package to main event in 2 weeks. Yeah.
They're the next Retribution.
Oh my God, dude. This is so much. Pro Wrestling Guru. Hey, thanks for that stopping in, brother. Appreciate it. If Impact can go on 20 years without any big financial backing, I think that goes to show AEW is here to stay regardless of what the future holds. Dude, AEW is going to be around for a while. Long time. Until pro wrestling on television probably dies, AEW is going to be like, they'll be around. Yeah, this idea that they're going to go out of business is ridiculous. But so anyway, that's your good. My good. So leaning on the heels of Forbidden Door, because obviously Forbidden Door, dude, I can't freaking wait. It'll be awesome. My good. AEW is returning to Cleveland in August.
I did not know that.
Dude, I'm like, you're killing me, man. We're just gonna get done in June, and they're gonna give me like a month to recover, and then we gotta go again in August. So I guess we're going to AEW in August, man.
When the tickets go on sale?
I don't know. I'll have to check, but they announced it. I think yesterday, either yesterday or today. AEW is returning to Cleveland. The Wolstein Center. We're getting very familiar with the Wolstein Center. At least this time we won't have to freeze to death. We'll just sweat until we're gonna die.
That's right.
I just assume freeze is fry, but there you go. So that's good. It's just having fun with these AEW shows, man. If you haven't been to one, I suggest you go. They're a lot of fun. They're crazy amount of fun, and a lot of bang for your buck, man. Because even if you're not a big fan of dark, you get the dark, you get AEW, and you get Rampage all rolled into one. So
I'll tell you what. Damn, it was cold.
Oh God, it was so cold. And it's Ugly, of course, getting ready to drag W down with him to hell. Vince is making it very clear that he is WWE. So there's that discussion. The allegations against Vince and Laurinaitis and the law firms increasing to 5. This is a big deal because these are not people that Vince can control. These are people that have been secured by the shareholders to look into this situation to see how badly this is going to hurt the company, which means it's going to hurt their bottom line. More importantly, it's they're looking into whether or not the company funds were misappropriated, because the $3 million payout that came from Vince's pocket, but her salary. The salary of she came on as, I believe she was a
paralegal.
Paralegal. She was brought in as paralegal. She was paid $100,000, and right around the time that Vince started having relations with her, they increased her salary to $200,000, which is double what she was paying just like a year before. Nobody gets a pay raise that big, okay? Especially when they get basically reduced from being a paralegal to being a personal assistant. And then he, of course, there was a whole situation where he basically handed it off to Laurinaitis. Laurinaitis has a long-standing history of basically being inappropriate with the divas and sleeping with the divas, for them to get ahead. So well, no, that's neither there, but if they can prove that that is the case, that that company funds were used in this, that's where Vince could be in a lot of trouble. And now but you know that they're gonna the WWE internally they're gonna circle the wagons. If they can cover this thing up, they're going to, because that's the way they've always done everything. So always circle the wagons. And we'll talk more about that with this whole thing. But that's my bad. And my ugly is Vince coming out on both shows, man. Just showing like everyone, the reaction that 90% of the people who are watching is that this was incredibly tone deaf. And it's him basically thumbing his nose at the allegations and the proceedings. But what people don't understand is that this is Vince sending a message to the WWE faithful and to the board and everybody else. And that is that I'm still in charge and I ain't going anywhere. That's the message that Vince was sending there. This was Vince stroking his own ego.
Yep.
Because the announcement on Friday on SmackDown, that was to get a pop in ratings, and I think that was also him testing the water to see how the WWE faithful fans react. And then Monday was just pure vanity because they didn't even announce that he was going to be there. He just showed up.
Yeah.
So
which doesn't sit well with some of the talent back there.
A lot of the talent are not happy. We'll talk more about the fallout from this because there's a lot of fallout from it. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are not happy with it. They're not happy with the appearance, and they're not happy with the moves that have been made going forward. But that's my GBU. Real quick, Hicks Villain said, of course, is Vince getting ready to drag WWE down hell with him. And then what's up? Yep, what's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys here. But
that's Drag Me to Hell, the sequel, Vincent Kennedy and McMahon.
But all right, so let's go ahead and that's our good and bad and ugly, guys. Every week we do that. Make sure you bring yours next week and we will discuss it. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. So a lot of people went in, like I said, the number of law firms that are currently investigating WWE now, stemming from all of this, has increased to 5. Those law firms are Scott and Scott, Rosen Law Firm, Shaw Law Firm, Brager, Eagle, and Shire, and Labatten Suchero. The main one is Scott and Scott, from my understanding. All of the others are national shareholder rights litigation firms, and they're looking into this to see, for multiple reasons. They're looking into this to see what the ramification of this is going to be on their stock. Is this basically how badly is this going to hurt them? And, has the right actions been taken to protect them?
Yep.
They're also looking into whether or not the big one, this is the big one. The big one is when they increased her salary from $100,000 to $200,000, was this misappropriation of company funds? And if it comes out and if they get enough evidence to say that it was, and they take this to court, Vince could be in serious trouble. This is the only thing Vince really has to fear from this, other than fall in the public eye, which he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But that little piece, that one thing, that's the thing that he has to be really concerned about.
Yeah, you get 100% raise in your second year.
Yeah. And and according to what a lot of people are saying, your responsibilities get scaled back to basically you're just being a girlfriend.
And it's not the only NDA that they found out about.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of them. And all of this came from an email that was serendipitously slipped into the DMs, into the inboxes. Yeah, best of luck in his future endeavors. Into the inboxes of the shareholders, and that's what started this all off. Somebody snuck something into them. From what I understand, I think they said that it's been announced that who it was and everything, but I have not been able to find it yet. But
and And they've known about this for 2 months.
They've known about this for a while. The fact that so many of these law firms are jumping on board, and that so many of these people that are on the investors, I think some of the investors are into this. This is where Vince finds himself in a little bit of trouble because he can't completely control everything. Now, what Vince can do is do what Vince does, and that's talk to these investors and be like, "Listen, nothing's gonna happen. Just stick with me. We got this taken care of." Vince is good at that. Vince is really good at convincing people to listen and do what he wants. Genetic jackhammering that paycheck. There's so many bad jokes coming out of this.
And people have been talking like, did Stephanie know about it, and that's why she stepped away? Does Kevin Dunn know about it, and that's why Bucky Beaver sold some of his stock?
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, is possible insider trading, using that because he knew that it was going to affect WWE stock. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come out of this investigation. We just hit the tip of the iceberg. And as time goes on, more and more is going to come out. And then we're going to start seeing whether or not Vince is in any really danger or anything like that. As far as Vince being in control of the company, him stepping away as CEO is symbolic. It's just a symbolic gesture. That's it. That's him saying, "Oh, don't worry, I'm going to do the right thing and everything." He's still, anybody who doesn't think that he's still 100% in charge of this company, just go look on Friday and Monday night. That's all Vince. Vince is still calling the shots. And we also have to remember that this isn't the first time that Vince has stepped away as CEO. He did it back at the end of the 90s, I believe, and Linda McMahon took over, but Vince was still the guy running everything.
Oh, of course.
So,
and, it doesn't matter if Linda says something to him, Stephanie, Shane,
in one ear and out the other. Yeah,
Kevin Dunn, anybody says something to him, he's gonna do what he wants. He doesn't care. He built this company.
He'll ride this thing into the dirt if he has to. It's gonna be Vince at the top, no matter what. And we'll get to this question in a minute here, Pro Wrestling Guru. Just stick with us. We just got to get through this main topic. And then also, we've also got the moves that were made over the weekend, and all of this screams Vince still being in charge. Not just him appearing on the shows. That was basically ego stroking, and that's also him saying, "I ain't going anywhere. I'm still in charge." That's what that whole thing was, and trying to get a pop and trying to use that, and he's also using it to gauge and see where the WWE faithful are, whether or not they're going to turn on him, whether or not. And a lot of people said that it was crowd sweetening, all the cheers and everything was crazy. People that are at the show say no. That the vast majority, there were a few people that were throwing boos, there were a few signs, but the vast majority of people, what you saw is what you got, man. When he came out, they were cheering, they were bowing. It was all about Vince. So, and that's on both Friday and Monday. So, and like after the weekend on Monday is especially interesting because that's after everybody had time to process what happened on Friday. And like I said, a lot of the talent were not happy with it. A lot of the fans who watched were not happy with it, but the people that were in attendance, man, the WWE faithful, they were like, Vince is our guy. So it's interesting to see. And it also shows you exactly how powerful Vince is, like the level of influence that he has, and the way and how well he knows his people. So it's an interesting thing. But then on the most interesting thing is the moves that are happening in the back, because none of this stuff is coming from the rest of the board. None of these moves are coming from Stephanie McMahon. This is all Vince, because this is all Vince's guys. Laurinaitis being put on administrative leave until the investigation goes through. I think he's basically being offered up as the sacrificial lamb in this.
Oh yeah.
If anything major comes down from this, basically what's going to happen is Laurinaitis is going to be fired, or he's going to be released, and they're going to try to shift as much of this the visual onto Laurinaitis as they can. to get it off of Vince.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's kind of why Laurinaitis does. Laurinaitis is the relationship between Vince and Laurinaitis is not so much that he's just one of Vince's guys. He is legitimately he is legitimately Vince's friend. And he's that friend that'll take a bullet for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Separate friend that bullet for me.
Yeah. I don't know. Depending on the situation, I might.
But and Vince and Linda have been together for years, they said.
Yeah.
And but Johnny Laurinaitis married the Bella's sister's mom not that long ago.
Yep. Yeah. All those people fired due to budget cuts must be looking at this funny. Oh, yeah, dude.
They're seeing that money for all of the NDAs.
Everybody we know, everybody knows that those people were not fired because of budget cuts. They were fired because Nick Khan said, we don't need them. Get rid of them. We don't need them. And Vince's brain trusts were like, yes, sir. So that's why the people were released. They weren't released because they couldn't pay them. They made more money last year than they've ever made in this company's history. I mean, come on, man.
And what's interesting, and like I said, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but where does Nick Khan fall out in all this after the dust is settled? What will his role be?
Exactly what it is now. Like I said, Vince. The only way Nick Khan's position changes is if they get this situation with the $100,000 increase to her pay that came out of actual company funds. If they get real dirt on that and they get that to stick, then the situation changes. Now, I also think I don't think Vince just threw Stephanie in there willy-nilly. I think he put her in there because I think he is getting his ducks in a row just in case. But make no mistake, I don't think Vince thinks he's going anywhere. I think he's trying to make sure that if something does happen, that succession can take place and it won't completely disrupt the company. He's trying to put the framework in place just in case, but that framework is just there as a friggin' life preserver for the company.
Yeah.
But as far as like who's in charge and who's got the power and what's going to happen, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Vince is going to run the company exactly the way he's always done it. His people are going to be there for him. Like the fact that they put Pritchard into Laurinaitis' position, which is something that Pritchard has done before. He was head of talent relations as well before. He didn't like it. He likes being on creative. But he did it because he's Vince's guy. And he's one of the guys, and Vince wants somebody in there that's going to do what he tells them. He's somebody that's not going to argue with him. That's why they didn't reach outside the company and try and find somebody else to take over Laurinaitis' position. He went with somebody internal, somebody that's already part of the power structure, that's one of his guys, and will do exactly what he wants him to do. So
Kevin Dunn better hope nothing happens to Vince, because he's gone.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, if Vince goes down because of this, and I highly doubt that it will happen, because like I said, they're gonna circle the wagons hard. But if they get enough on Vince and they force Vince out of this company, all these other guys are going with him. Yep. I guarantee you, they won't go immediately, but they will go one by one, because like I said, we've already seen Laurinaitis had. That's one of the reasons why Laurinaitis, I think, originally stepped away from the company before, was because of allegations about him and the Divas. That was part of that. I think I might be making that up. But in my memory, that's like part of the situation, because he always had a reputation for that.
Yep.
That was always something that was there. And if they dig into this, if Vince gets taken out of the power structure, and they really start digging, and everyone's like, well, the friggin' gloves are off now, who knows what comes out? Because, I mean, Dunn's already on the hot seat because of the whole way, the way that talent gets treated when they're released, especially the Divas.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, holy crap, man. I mean, does everybody remember the garbage bag situation? That was all Bucky Beaver.
Vince,
as Cornette calls him.
Yeah, Vince goes. Laurinaitis is gone. Dunn's gone. Michael Hayes is gone. Pritchard's probably gone.
His whole power structure will be weeded out if that happens. I don't think, but here's the thing. I don't think Nick Khan goes. I think Nick Khan stays.
Oh, Nick Khan doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, the company likes Nick Khan. Nick Khan makes them money. And he's not so entrenched with Vince and his brain trust. He hasn't been there that long enough to really truly be that entrenched with them. So I don't think Nick Khan goes anywhere. But yeah, I think Vic could kill someone they don't kill. Yeah, dude, the way some of these people talk, man, you're right. Vince could kill someone and they were like, yeah, Tony Khan. Yeah, and then I don't know, dude. I haven't even seen a picture of her. I don't even know what she looks like.
You know that McMahon's paid off how many people for not just for that, for his wrestlers in the past.
Oh God, dude. There's so much. Yeah. There's a reason why that show Dark Side of the Ring exists. Let me put it that way. And a lot of it comes from WWE and the way WWE handles things. So, I mean, there you go, man. I mean, it's like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're just barely getting, into this. A lot more is gonna be coming out of it, but yeah, it's as far as what happened on Friday and Monday, man. That was Vince sending a message. That's him sending it to all his guys. He's sending it to all of his all the people in the back, everybody, all the wrestlers, and also this is to anybody who would dare speak up further. This is him saying, I'm still in control here. This is my empire. And you're all just living in it. So, he's said, I await the rise of Double J, Barrage and Abyss in Power, WE TNA 2.0. Oh man, it's kind of weird that they just brought Jeff Jarrett into, isn't it?
Yep.
Like that just happened. It's right now. So much of everything is speculation, and it's just people like we're all like conspiracy theorying a lot of this stuff in our heads until we get more on exactly what's going on, and if these investigations, these independent investigations from these other law firms actually bear any kind of fruit. We're all just kind of waiting to see where the other shoe drops and to see more details on exactly what's going on. But for the time being, it's business as usual. It's Vince in charge. It's Vince's world, man. But I'm gonna move on from that. See, there was a question. When do you think MJF comes back on TV, assuming it's a work? I think he could come back at Forbidden Door. I think he could come back at Forbidden Door and maybe take a shot at somebody. It depends on how far they want to go with this thing. And knowing MJF. MJF is one of the last kayfabe guys. And if it works for the storyline and if it produces what they want, he'll stay off television for a year. As long as it doesn't hurt his character and as long as he's getting paid and as long as, it works for the storyline, he'll do whatever it takes for the storyline. He's shown that, and then, and again, in a week filled with crazy news, there's so many things that, there's that, where, Jericho did that, interview and he talked about how he said, that he's talking about Max and he said, he's a young guy. He said he did kind of take a little bit of a jab at him. He said he's not as good as he thinks he is. He's not as smart as he thinks he is, but he said he thinks everything will be fine. He said he thinks that he'll get it figured out and that he's going to go on and like we've always said, he's going to be the best heel in the business going forward.
Yes, he is.
But like I said, that's something I meant to look into was that interview that he did and that statement that he made. But because of everything, because of the vortex that is Vince, it took over everything this week. But I think MJF's going to be fine. I'm a little worried MJF got Muhammad Hassan. Nah, he's fine. He's just, like I said, they're probably still hashing things out a little bit. They 100% turned this. This 100% was a shoot, was a real thing that now they've turned it into a storyline because it captured everybody's imagination.
Yeah.
All right, so
he'll be back.
Johnny said if he's going to be on Forbidden Door, it would be stupid to not let people know before then. Yeah, but then again, you're talking about Tony Khan, Tony. That's probably the biggest fault that Tony Khan has. He doesn't book like a booker; he books like a fan. And what do fans like? They like surprises. That's one of the things. That's if I have a complaint, if I have a negative critique about Tony Khan, is that at times he books too much like a fan.
Yeah, and is it TBS, TNT, whatever, has already came up. Now, before they got sold, they came out and said, hey, Tony, we don't want any more surprises.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're going to bring somebody in, it can't be they just show up.
So you're saying Tony Khan is a mark. Kind of, dude. I'm a mark sometimes, man.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. I mark out sometimes. I like being entertained. So
if Tony Khan wants to surprise people, he'll bring them out at Forbidden Door.
Yeah, he'll do it at the pay-per-view. That's about the only time he'll be able to do it is when it's not on television because TBS, and TNT have already said they don't want any more surprises. So that's the answer to that question.
Speaking of surprises, can we see Sasha Banks in the next 3 months? In 3 months.
Dude, man, who knows at this point? There's so many rumors surrounding everything that's going on in everything that's going on with her, man. The one thing that they have come forward and they have admitted basically is that her lawyers are talking to them about possibly her getting released. And the fact, and that right there says a couple of things. It says one, that it's gone to litigation, that it's gone to the boardroom now. It's no longer face to face. They're no longer talking to Sasha. They're talking to her lawyers, or lawyers. So that's one. So two, that also means that she's fine with just sitting and waiting. So and we've heard very little from Naomi about this, and she's the one I feel like is getting caught in the storm. But we'll see what happens, man. I don't think anything's going to happen to her. I think she'll be fine. She's Jimmy's. Is Jimmy or Jay?
One of the shows.
We probably should know that.
We should.
But she's fine. She's connected to the bloodline. She's connected to Roman. I don't think anything really major is going to happen to her. And to be honest, the way she was being booked and everything, what does she really have to lose?
It's Jimmy.
But with
Jimmy.
Yeah, nah, she ain't going to lose Jimmy.
No.
But Sasha, but the thing with Sasha, man, here's the thing. If Tony Khan did pick her up, and if I was Tony Khan, I would. Because that's, if they need to pick up any more wrestlers going forward, they need to pick up women to bolster their women's division. They've got a good, strong nucleus of women now. They just need to use them right. But she's a legit superstar, 100%. Like everyone else that they brought in, they're really good. They had a lot of media presence, whatnot. Sasha is literally a superstar. She's one of the few people on. You can tell Jimmy and Jay apart looking at them. Which of them has more DUIs? Oh my god, man. That's you get to stay. You get to be on screen for a minute, Johnny. Yeah, like because she's one of the original 4 horsewomen that came up from NXT. She's one of the original people that they built the modern women's division around when the women's division was the best in the entire world.
Yep.
So that's a no-brainer. But yeah, Naomi can lose to Jade. They need to start building this. I honestly think either Athena, aka Ember Moon, or Chris Statlander is going to be the one that beats Jade. That finally beats Jade. It feels like they're leaning towards Athena. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what I think about that. What was it? What else? So all right, we got to talk about Forbidden Door a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, we'll leave that for the end. I want to talk about. Let's run through Dynamite and Rampage real quick.
Dynamite.
Hair versus hair match. I was disappointed. I wanted to see Jericho get his hair cut.
Yeah,
we know who's going to be in the Blood and Guts match.
Yeah, I missed that match because last Wednesday I had no electricity from till 11 o'clock.
Dude, we on Sunday we lost power at like 3 a.m, and we didn't get it back until Saturday. Saturday we lost power at 3 a.m. Didn't get it back until I went to work.
Yeah,
so I just sit in the friggin' like this.
Yeah,
sucks.
So sitting at home in the heat Wednesday night because it's hot.
Yeah, it was hot. It was really hot. Yeah. So we got another guy in on Blood and Guts. Wardlow versus the Security. They are wasting Wardlow. They are wasting Wardlow. Hopefully, now that he's going to be going up against Scorpio Sky, get him into a real program, because once they got done with the MJF stuff, he was just kind of floundering around there a little bit.
Yes.
But this was not a good match. It was filler. But hey, but credit where credit is due, man, to those dudes. Wardlow was powerbombing the shit out of them. Like he was like he was leaning into those freaking power bombs, man. And those dudes were taking it. Telling you Jericho will look like Friar Tuck if he lost that mop on his head. That's why I wanted to see it. I wanted the next phase of Jericho, dude. The guy, whether you love Jericho or you hate him, man, the dude reinterprets himself like no one else.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see the next interpretation. But
now you got Sammy in a JAS.
Yeah, which he knew was coming, man. Him and Ty both.
Yep.
Are in there. So, which you knew was coming, man. I mean, you gotta, if that's the way the fans are treating you, man, you got to lean into it. Cody should have done that when he was here. I think things would have gone a lot smoother if he had, but he's doing what he wants to do.
And where would Cody be right now if he was still in AEW at Forbidden Door? You wonder.
Where would Cody? Dude, I would love to see Cody versus Okada.
You wonder where he.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, dude. It'd be interesting to see, because if he'd gone heel, man, he could have been inserted into the world title scene. It could have been him that beat Hangman.
Yep.
You never know. We're always gonna wonder. But then, man, freaking match of the friggin' week.
Oh yeah, he had security guards stacked like cordwood.
Yeah, but after this we had the match, dude. Best match I saw all week. I watched 20 plus hours of wrestling every week. This was the best match I saw all week. Dax Harwood versus Will Ospreay. This is the match that should have happened the week before instead of the 3-man where the United Empire lost. This is the match that should have happened. This made this showed people who Will Ospreay is. But more so than that, hey, Courtney.
Yeah, there you are.
Awesome. But yes, that was this right here before we talk about the match of the week. I was so happy to see Matt Hughes, dude. I loved watching that guy. I loved watching that guy when he was in the octagon. I was so worried about his quality of life going forward after he got messed up. But seeing that he was, that he was willing to step in there and just have some fun.
Hello, Mr.
All
Lance.
the world of that guy. Was that?
Hello, Mr. Lance.
Lance, welcome. Everybody's showing up now. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Hit that like and share it out, man. But Matt Hughes, that was awesome. Him and Tyron Woodley. How about we let Dax win when he's? Oh my God, that match was so freaking good. Oh my God. Here's the thing. I'm a big fan of Will Ospreay. I think he's the best wrestler in the world today. Honestly, it's probably a toss up between him and Bryan Danielson as to which one is the best. But man, this match was awesome.
Speaking of Will, the good gesture he did outside of that to go visit for half an hour with that fan that couldn't get inside wherever he was at, stuck in the ramp wouldn't go down, so it was stuck in the wheelchair inside the vehicle, and Will spent half an hour with him.
Yes. And not only that, but Will Ospreay's like, I don't know if you guys know about his history or anything like that. He is big on bringing up young talent, huge on bringing up young talent. He's part of what he does, and also to revive and restore the wrestling industry in Britain. But he also had a freaking dope ass match against Nick Gage. Nick Gage, who is legit gonna be a freaking star. That kid is, I'm gonna tell you what, and the fact that AEW snatched that kid up, that shows you where their priorities are. They're building towards the future. A couple of years from now, you're gonna hear about Nick Gage, and you're gonna be like, holy crap, he is the second coming of Will Ospreay, by the way. You just go watch that match that they had, and it's like, good God. But dude, this match was so good. The storytelling in this match was so good. Dax Harwood, I hope to God that they don't break up FTR. I don't want FTR to break up. They are the legit best tag team in the world. And the fact that they are tag team guys, I don't think that'll ever happen.
Oh, if they were in WWF, they probably would have been already.
Oh, they would have been already. But man, this dude is good, man. It's like good. They're both good, but Dax, especially in singles, man, God, it's such a double-edged sword because I'm like, I want to see more of this, but I don't want them to break up as a tag team. I don't want to see that. But
for those of you who never grew up able to see Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard,
oh my God,
this is it.
It's like they cloned him. It's like they cloned Nick. Oh no, Nick Wayne. I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry, Hicks Villain. Yeah, Nick Wayne.
Yeah,
I like Nick Gage. I like Nick Gage too. But Nick Wayne. Yeah, they offered him I think right now he's training. He's not gonna be on. He's not gonna be on television because he has to finish school. But once he finishes school, man, this kid's gonna be. I'll tell you what I want. I want to see him. I want to see him and Dante Martin. It's like, good God. But Nick Wayne, I apologize for that.
Nick Wayne versus Hook. You don't want to see that?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting to sour on Hook.
Hookhausen.
And it's got nothing to do with Hookhausen. It's like Hook needs to be in the ring, and he needs to. I want to see Hook wrestle a real wrestling match. I want to see him in like a 10-15 minute wrestling match where he's got to tell a story. We know he can do the moves. We know he looks good. You know, he's right now to me, he's Jade Cargill where Jade Cargill was like a year ago. Looks good. Looks great. Look, has a lot of charisma. But he's one step above that. We know he can do the moves in the ring. Now let's see you put them all together and tell a story with something.
All right. So next, Ethan Page versus Miro.
That was a good match. Ethan Page versus Miro. It was exactly what we expected it to be. I feel bad for Ethan Page because he kind of got crushed. And I think he's a much better wrestler than that. It was a good match. It wasn't a great match. I give it like a B. But yeah, I like Ethan Page, man. Tony Storm versus Britt Baker. This is probably the best match that these two have had. This is the best match that Britt's had in a while. It's a little sloppy in points, but yeah. Yes, my Redeemer is back. Yeah, dude, he's such a great character, man. And again, this is the thing of like, if you just let him do this in WWE, He'd been the most over thing in the world.
Yeah, him and his double jointed wife, the Redeemer, and his double jointed wife are looking good.
She is resting well. The surgery went well. Appreciate it, and appreciate all the well wishes and the prayers, guys. But mom's home. She's resting. Well, she should be resting. We're trying to force her to rest. She's one of those people that
right.
5 minutes after she gets out of surgery, she's trying to clean the floor. So, but she's doing well and appreciate that. Thank you, Courtney.
What you need, Bubba? And she gets up and goes.
Yep, dude. She made dinner tonight.
Of course.
It's like, good woman. What are you doing?
You have to handcuff her to the chair. That's the only way you're gonna stop her.
But then we had the match, which if we hadn't had that match between Dax Harwood and Ospreay, this would have been the match of the night. Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express. Awesome match. I'm actually glad. Now, this is the thing. Now, there was some controversy about this before Jeff got himself in trouble. People were not happy that they were going to have a ladder match, that the Hardys were in a ladder match, considering how bad Jeff looked and how hurt he looked and how just out of sorts he was. They were not happy with that. And I was one of those people. I'm like, this guy's got no business being in a ladder match right now. He's messed up. Now, according to them, the plan was that they were never going to be, that Jeff was never going to be a part of that. That Jeff was never going to make it to the match.
Right.
Whether or not that's true, who knows? But that they claim that's he was going to get taken out before that. Which, if that's true and that's the case, good, because man, he did not need to be there. He oh my God. But me personally, when you have matches for the titles, I don't like it when there's 3 teams. Now, I'm not saying that the match, like talking about Forbidden Door, I'm not saying that match isn't going to be good. It's probably, considering the people that are in it, it's going to be awesome. But I don't like it because I want to see team versus team when it comes down to the titles. And that's what we got. And it's freaking great. I mean, and look at the people that were part of this thing.
I'm just tired of all these ladder matches seem to have one.
I don't like that. Yeah. When they took the Hardys out, they should have just turned it into a regular match. That being said, it's funny. You know how like in New Japan, like they don't do a lot of table spots because the tables that they use out there are actually real tables. And when you land on them, a lot of times they don't break. They're made out of like friggin' hardwood. I don't know what these tables were made of on Wednesday night, but those things exploded. It was like they had bombs underneath them. When good Lord, dude, when Luchasaurus took that bump through that big stack of tables, dude, the pieces of that thing was flying out into the crowd and stuff. It was like they blew up. But yeah, that was an exciting match. I mean, like I agree with you. I think they're doing too many of these table and ladder matches, but when they do them well. So Bucks are 2-time champs. I still think that Proud and Powerful should have had their run first. But it is what it is. And we finally got the turn. We got the turn. And he turned on Jungle Boy. Now, like I said, if they really want to turn this into a hardcore story, when Jungle Boy goes out, when we're going to get the confrontation, obviously we're going to get him in a confrontation against Christian. When that happens, you need to have Luchasaurus turn on Jungle Boy too. Yes. And he teams, and he's with Christian. That's what they need to do, man. They needed can you imagine how awesome a bad guy Luchasaurus would be? That's a friggin' heel, man. But that's the way I would book it. But anyway, that was awesome. And then
and we said before, Jungle Boy Perry, he needs to be
Jungle Man. Yep.
He needs to be
elevated to the next level.
His own.
Yep. See, PW is really getting excited again. Do you see Kushi? Dude, I love that he's back. I love that he's back. And you could tell he's happy too, man. He said that, he came out and he said that he's going to finish his career in New Japan. He wants to elevate them. I think he saw everything that's going on. He saw how popular they're starting to get again. They're starting to move again. And it's just he lives in the United States and he wants to stay here. He's gonna be a big fixture in New Japan Strong, I think, going forward. Just make Matt and Johnny Hardy, dude. That was awesome. Did you see that?
I did
with
Johnny Nitro.
Yeah. He came out and he was like Johnny Hardy, and he gave him the arm, but he's like, here, this will give you Jeff's power and stuff. But AEW can't make a ring swap. They can make the tables blow up. Yeah, dude. Dude, go back and watch. Like you can see pieces of that going into the crowd. I agree. Centennials have been overlooked too much. Yeah. Here's the thing though, that I've never heard them complaining or anything either. So maybe maybe they need to step up and use their voice a little bit, but they definitely deserve their run. Hopefully they'll get it before too long, but I think we're going to get a second FTR run before that. But then it was a Rampage. Dante Martin versus John Moxley was a decent match. Leon freaking Ruff showed up. That was awesome, dude. The match wasn't that great because it only lasted like 30 seconds. But Leon Ruff and the Gun Club versus the Gun Club and Max Caster. Jade Cargill versus Willow Nightingale. That was a good match. I like Willow Nightingale. I think she's got big upside. And then Darby Allin versus Bobby Fish was a good match. Sting, that whole thing with Sting, dude. If you want to know why people love Kyle O'Reilly, man, look at the way Kyle O'Reilly sold that nut shot with Sting's bat. That dude's awesome. I love that guy. Dante and Mox, dude, and not, yeah, I agree. That was the match of the night for Friday, and the fact that Moxley can work. People don't give Moxley enough credit. He's a much better technical wrestler than people give him credit for. And that's what he did, man. He grounded the Flyer, which was awesome. Johnny said, if Karrion Kross's wife can beat a dude using a Johnny Hardy can be Elias's new brother. Oh my God. Do we want to talk about Raw?
Not really, but we can.
Okay, here's the thing. Quick. Here's what I'll say about that. Here's what I say about that whole thing. The Elias
Ezekiel,
the Elias Ezekiel care thing. In the ring, it sucks. In the ring, it's terrible. I hate all the matches that are involved with it. But the comedy skits, dude, Kevin Owens, I give that guy all the credit in the world. The comedy skits are pretty damn funny. That's one of the few. That's the only thing I'm going to say that's good about it. Everything else about it is stupid and sucks. Could we see Dante in the Combat Club? There's a rumor. They're actually rumored that they want to like hook him and Wheeler Yuta up as a tag team, which I wouldn't be against that. Seeing Dante Martin get in there. And here's the thing. I actually found this out. By the way, William Regal has a podcast now. I think they're 4 episodes in. It's a little rough because he's not used to doing it, but the stories he tells are awesome. They're freaking awesome. I love William Regal. But he was talking about that segment that they recorded when they were like all 3 of them were like him and Bryan Danielson and Moxley were training with Yuta. They were actually doing that. They were actually working out and wrestling, and they were talking about like heel moves and stuff like that. And Wheeler Yuta was actually learning. That he said that was legitimate. We were all working together. He's like, we were all talking about these things, and like some of those moves that you saw Regal doing, like when he took his hand and he rubbed it across his eyes. He's like, that was real. Like we were actually legitimately training, which is something that he hadn't actually been able to do for a while. I would 100%, and I guarantee you, these young guys being around older guys like him, guys like Bryan Danielson and Moxley, they're going to pick up big time information from that. I'm 100% behind that. Is it as good as Jim Cornette and his stories? I think here's the thing. Jim Cornette's more of an entertainer. Jim Cornette, like whether you love him or you hate him, dude, Jim Cornette's, he is an encyclopedia of wrestling history. And he's been around a long time. That graphic novel he did was awesome too, by the way. I think Regal could get there. Like I said, he's on 4 streams. He's on 4 podcasts. That's it. Ever in his life. So
yeah,
we'll see. But I'm entertained by it. I like it's the kind of thing you turn on in the background and you just listen to because there's so many cool stories. Like he explained, the reason why he changed his facial expression there is because I think it's the left side of his face is actually numb. Like he can't feel anything because he was in a match with I'm trying to remember who it was. He said, but he said his punches were too light, and he told him to go stiff, and he did, and it caused nerve damage in his face. But then they got in the back, and he was like, "No, it was great." So that's the kind of guy. That's the kind of guy that he is. Pro Wrestling Guru said it's crazy how much of a heel turn can do. Christian automatically became one of the most interesting things in the show after that. That turn was perfect. Yeah, dude. And here's the thing. This should have, I personally think this should have happened months ago, but this is the kind of thing that they can do that could elevate someone. But now I'm invested in that story.
And AEW doesn't rush into stuff.
Yeah. So and again, if we're gonna be critical, sometimes they do drag storylines out a little too long. They can't all be naturals like Jericho. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, man, the dude's he's not a technology guy. He's never done it before, but it's cool to hear his stories. Like I said, such as Cornette and his original Midnight Express rib on Tojo Yamamoto. Look it up. I can't repeat it. Yeah, dude, oh man. Let go throw. No, you mentioned Jericho. See, Courtney is not a fan of Le Champion, the Wizard.
The Wizard, yeah, the Wizard.
But
he's a wizard.
Right, we gotta end this.
If you want to listen to Corny when he talks about freaking what's his name?
Kenny Omega.
No.
Or, Kevin Dunn.
The guy he hates.
Oh, Russo,
yeah.
Russo.
He talks about Vince Russo. Oh my God.
It's one of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. But Russo weighed in on the whole thing with Vince, and it was like, yeah, you need to shut the hell up, dude. You're not in any position to talk about anything like that. But all right, so Forbidden Door. This is the rundown. We're gonna run down the card real quick as it stands right now. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino. That'll be fun. That's a typical New Japan style 6-man tag. That should be fun. Winner take all match for the ROH tag teams and IWGP tag titles. I think, by the way, I think Jericho and them are going to win that match. What do you think?
I think so.
Yep. Winner the 3-way tag team match for the ROH and IWGP tag titles, FTR, United Empire, and Roppongi Vice. I think FTR takes it. I think I do. 100%. I don't think they're not dropping those ROH titles yet.
I'm gonna have to go with Empire.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be FTR, but we'll see. It'll be a good match no matter what.
So they have AAA, Ring of Honor, and the IWGP tag titles.
Yes, I think they're doing the Kenny Omega thing. I think they're going to have them draped in gold, man.
Makes sense.
And here's the thing, because is there anybody that captains tag team wrestling more than those guys? And if you want to revitalize your tag team division, which New Japan does.
No,
it's all setting up. I didn't think it's all setting up for World Tag League.
Yeah, Courtney and Mal.
Yeah, you both won.
Yeah, you need to DM myself or Bob.
No, send it to me. Send it to me.
What you want? What kind of swag you want? If you want a shirt, we need to know what size.
Yeah, we need to know what size you want. And like, if you want a hat, let us know you want a hat. If you want a shirt, let us know you want a shirt. If I think that, well, I mean. That's about all that's
we don't know what's exactly gonna be there.
Yeah, so it's gonna be either pick a hat or a shirt, and we'll get you one. But yeah, we picked both you guys because you were. I think you guys were the only entry. The two entries we had officially. Some people said some stuff, but they never actually sent it in. So, but yeah. So you guys won. We need your shirt size, or if you want a hat, just tell us you want a hat. But yeah, and yes, Mouse, Christian cussing out Jungle Boy's mom and sister was awesome. Because did you see like the slow finger that they both her mom and her and her mom both just like slowly gave him?
Yeah, if you want like I don't know if they'll have or not, but like a shot glass or something like that.
Yeah, I don't. Well, we can't buy what we don't know is going to be there. So
right. I'm saying, hey, give us a couple ideas. I mean,
yeah. Hat or shirt.
They always have certain hats, but there's like, hey, there's something different. Maybe. They say, hey, can you try to find this?
But all right, so
keep going.
Yeah, we already think that Malachi Black is winning. Either Malachi Black is the number one choice. Miro is the number two choice for the All Atlantic Championship. United States Heavyweight Champion Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy. Ospreay's winning that. It'll be a fun match. Would have been better if it was Andrade, but no ways they're going to put their title on Orange Cassidy. They're going to keep that in. They're going to keep that in rotation in the U.S. Women's Championship: Thunder Rosa against Toni Storm. How do you feel about Rosa's run, man?
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's been great. And it's not her fault. It's just been the way that it's booked. They need to, and this is something that we've been critical of AEW for a long time. AEW needs to start building up more stars other than Britt Baker.
Yeah.
Okay. It's long overdue. That's the reason why their women's division has trouble sometimes.
She's the AEW version of Charlotte Flair.
She is. And honestly, she's not good enough to be.
Nope.
I think it's too soon. I think Toni Storm. I think it's going to be probably the best match that women's match that we've had for since this whole thing started. But I don't think they're taking the belt off Rosa yet. So I think Thunder Rosa wins this. I did the AEW World Championship interim match: Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. I want it to be Tanahashi. I want it to be Tanahashi so freaking bad.
So do I.
And honestly, I bet you Mox would be 100% okay with that. They need to use this to launch these guys into the eyes of your I hate saying normies. Your casual fans. Casual wrestling fans. They need to know more. They need to know who these guys are.
I hope not, Courtney. I don't want Moxley to win.
It's possible, dude. Again, it's company politics, but I really, really, really want Tanahashi to win, and it would be an awesome swerve, and get this guy into the public eye in the States. All these guys, man. And that's the other thing. And we know that there's going to be a couple of matches. It's hard for me to believe that Okada is not going to be on this friggin' show. I think he's going to show up at some point. But yeah. But then who do we think is going to be Jay's opponent? The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Who do we think it's going to be? Is it going to be returning Kenny Omega?
I would not mind that. I would love to see Jay White versus MJF.
Jay White versus MJF. That'd be interesting. Me personally, I think it could be like a Juice Robinson or something like that. Omega is not. Yeah, he's not. They haven't announced it, and the way the information I'm getting is, it would probably be best for him if he waited another couple months. Jay versus Jay and Silent Bob. Or it could be somebody completely out of left field, man. It could be
Joe.
It could be, yeah. I would, oh, dude, that would be awesome. I wouldn't be against that. Who knows, man? Jay White versus Wardlow, yeah, it's possible. It's at this point, obviously everybody's thinking Kenny Omega, but it's given what Kenny said, it's Boogie's there talking about it, said stream sniping you cats. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know who it's gonna be. It's like I said, this is one of the best things about being a wrestling fan, especially an AEW and New Japan fan, is it could literally be anybody. Yep. It could literally be freaking anybody.
Would they put him up against Okada?
Yeah. Dude, Okada has made it very clear he wants to be on this freaking show.
Maybe that's their matchup.
Lucas Sharp said, "What's up? What's up?"
Maybe Jay White versus Okada.
Yeah, it could be. And dude, it's literally up in the air. It could be anything. It could be anyone. So, Jim says, "Yo, what's up?" Arter Wolf says, "Hi." Boogie's pushing up our freaking viewer count, man.
Nice.
Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you're a football fan, if you're a
Tennessee football
man, our boy Boogie Bentley, who created this show, the original version of this show, we're just keeping it alive. I miss streaming with the dude so much. You're not going to find a better guy. You really not. Go over there, sub to that channel, and just watch the fun, man, because he's one of the most fun people to do a stream with that I've ever been with, and I've been with a lot of people. So,
and Boogie,
appreciate you, brother.
Boogie, sorry, that recruit that Tennessee's got, hearing you on that little snippet there the other day, that was nice.
Yeah, big time Boogie, man. He was actually on at that video, which unfortunately that he didn't go to Tennessee. He went to OSU, but yeah, hit that sub button, man. We only need 6 more people to get to that 100. But appreciate it, brother. Appreciate the you guys coming in and saying hi and helping us out here. But we're getting ready to wrap this up. Forbidden Door this Sunday. Your boys here are going. Hey, Boogie, let me know if you want a shirt or something, man. We will pick you something up from there and get that to you so you can I don't know, man. I don't know if we'll be able to get it to him by Tuesday. Boogie's going to be on our 50th show, our 50th stream. Yeah, it's a reunion, and it's going to be friggin' fun, man. It's going to be nothing but a friggin' good time. But that's it for me. My boy Hollywood. Thanks to everybody that stopped in here. Hicksville, Courtney, all these new people that stopped in. Appreciate you guys. Leg Kick, Pro Wrestling Guru, Maldacito. Appreciate you guys, man. We will see you guys.
We'll try doing some live streaming and guest or fan interaction if we can.
Yeah, we'll try to throw a few little videos on here with the experience, man, and we'll film it what we can because they're pretty strict about letting people film. But we'll see you guys next Tuesday for the 50th show. Appreciate it. Bye, guys.